3 years ago, a young Israeli boy, Moshika Sharon, was in desperate need of a kidney transplant to save his life. American Eric Swim heard the story of Moshiko's desperate struggle and decided to come to Israel and donate one of his own organs to help the boy. Why are we telling you this now? Well, it's 3 years later, and that means it's time for Moshiko's bar mitzvah. And guess who is the guest of honor? That's right, the man who made it possible for him to reach a special day, Eric Swim. He joins us now in the studio. Eric, thanks so much for coming into IBA News.
Thank you for having me.
You must be very proud.
Yes, I am proud. Not more so for myself, but more for Robbie Behrman and the Halakhic Organ Donor Society. I've heard that they have another donor in line for a donation coming up this week.
You know, a bar mitzvah is a big event in a young man's life. It's a big event for Moshika. You weren't going to miss this event, were you?
No, I was not. I knew about that was in our minds when after we left, and that was one of the goals that for the donation. If the kidney would make it to carry him to his bar mitzvah, then that would be enough for me.
Eric, how is Moshiko's health these days? And for that matter, how's your own health? You, of course, live with only one kidney.
Moshiko, his health is doing very well. He needs to make sure that he keeps taking his medicine and all that. For myself, my health is good. Living with one kidney is not a problem. I don't have to take any medications, and I just go for a yearly test for testing my creatinine to make sure that my kidney is operating and functioning correctly.
You know, in all the preliminaries running up to this kidney transplant 3 years ago, what were the chances, did they tell you, that your kidney would be accepted or rejected?
A lot of it depends on the tissue typing. I was not an exact match for Moshika. I was about an 80% match. The closest matches are usually within families, family members. The risks involved, well, let me back up. The difference between a live organ donation and what they call a cadaver donation. A live donation is a Cadillac, the Mercedes-Benz of donation, if you will, or the Lamborghini. The doctors know from the moment they put the last suture in that the kidney is functioning because it came from a live functioning human. There are problems with cadaver because sometimes the functioning of the kidney takes a little while for it to actually kick in. So with a live donor, you know immediately that you have a functioning kidney, and it's actually the best. It gives the best chances of success for the donor themselves, or for the recipient, I should say.
Eric, I have to ask you a question. How did people respond after the fact and before the fact, your family, your friends, to the fact that you were giving a kidney and you were doing it here in Israel?
From my side in America with my family, there was some hesitation and some risk, but they knew my convictions. I have two sisters that are nurses. I have a brother-in-law who's a doctor, so they keep watch over me pretty good. There was much more media attention here in Israel, of course, and getting back to Kansas, there's not much Jewish presence there, so the media attention was not as great. But we carry on, and we weren't doing it for any media attention anyway. It was for doing the act of chesed, the good deeds.
Eric Swim, you did a good deed indeed, and be reaping the benefits for years to come. Thank you for being with us this evening on IBA English News.
Thank you very much, and this is all to the benefit of Robbie Behrman and the Halakhic Organ Donor Society. If it weren't for him, Robbie and Hodes, who give the message to tell others about organ donation, Moshika would not have had the opportunity for me to come and be his savior, if you will.
An important message indeed. Thank you again, Eric.
Thank you very much.